So the biggest news that rocked the crypto space yesterday was the fact that the Solana chain went down for around about 5 hours, which broke their nearly 12-month streak of having no downtime. Now, when I first heard about this, I thought it was going to be dramatic in regards to the chart and price action, because one of the biggest pet peeves that people tend to have with Solana is the amount of times that the network has gone down over the past 2 years. And I believe this marks the 11th time, and I think the third major outage, but I could be wrong on that. But let's see how the market has reacted. So it's just before 10 PM on the 6th of February, and as we can see, Solana is actually up by just over 2%. So it is fairly obvious, obviously, from today where the network went down, and we can see this little dip here, but the total of the dip, it was less than $3 in total, so less than 3% of what its price is, and it recovered from this within hours to finish the day on a relatively green day. Now, there is an argument that the price did not go down more because the network was down, so you couldn't trade or sell it or anything, but it has been back up and running for a few hours now. And this seems to have been the extent of the correction on it, and I did want to wait these few hours to see just what would happen with it, but this seems like pretty much a non-story in regards to the price action on it. So do we know what has caused the network to go down? So I had to look through Twitter. Twitter is really good for getting kind of up-to-date crypto information on this. Matthew Siegel, who is head of digital assets research at VanEck, wrote on X that the Berkeley packet filter mechanism to deploy, upgrade and execute programs on Solana is what seems to have been responsible for the failure. He has also stated that the bug was identified on the testnet and a fix was created, but this wasn't implemented due to the testing. And transactions seem to resume on the blockchain around about 1500 hours UTC. Now, I have always wondered why Solana seems to go down more frequently than other blockchains, and from what I've been researching on it, it seems largely to do with the constant developments on Solana and the testing which takes place for this. So the suggestion from Matthew Siegel's tweet is that Solana is not so much prioritizing, but at the same time it is prioritizing the developments of the Solana chain and its security over the occasional blip in the network going down. So I think that in a perfect world we would have both things running simultaneously, but I'm not a developer, so I don't know how realistic that expectation of it is. Now, one unfortunate thing that does come to light when these occurrences happen is that it's an absolute breeding ground for the Solana critics to come out and say that Solana can't compete with the likes of Ethereum, etc. But despite this, Solana does seem to continue to grow with both traders and developers. So the latest outage seems to be a lot less severe than the previous one. So the last one that we had was in February of 2023. I think it was around February 25th, where it was down for almost 18 hours. So outages on Solana had become almost a common occurrence up until February 2023, and this was when the co-founder Anatoly Yakovenko came out to reassure the community that significant resources were being assigned to focus on the stability of the network for 2023, which I would say had actually been very successful up until today's little hiccup. But Yakovenko has advised in the past that whilst they do have a focus on the stability after these incidents, that outages may still occur, and this is purely due to their focus on the long-term security of the Solana chain. So having done a little bit of research on the Solana outages, I feel like I'm quite confident in saying that this doesn't deter me from continuing to invest in Solana. I understand that a lot of people will have a lot of different opinions. Some people will have very strong opinions on it, but personally, the way that I see it is that the layer 2 ecosystem on Solana has been growing and has a lot of very good projects on it. And the price of Solana recovered from this very quickly, and the impact of it was not as severe on this occasion as it has been on previous outages. And also the scalability of Solana, along with the super fast transaction times, for me is worth the risk of it occasionally going down. Now, on the other hand, if you're someone who's maybe investing tens of thousands, or maybe you've got millions that are invested in Solana, you're probably going to have very different feelings on this. But again, for you, it will be about balancing the pros and the cons of it. But let me know what your thoughts are below. Are you selling your Solana position, or are you holding strong for a project that is continuously developing? And I will see you the next time. Bye.